Okay, guys, it's time to start a new month of themed reviews. And, well, how's this to start things off? We're going into Marvel and straight into the MCU with Iron Man. No. Yeah, straight into the MCU with their first film set in this universe. I nearly actually said the name, so let's just roll the title. Iron Man. Released in 2008, this is the first film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, based on the Marvel comic books of the same name. Now, spoilers ahead, if you haven't seen Iron Man yet, then go and find something else to watch. Unless you don't care about spoilers. In which case, welcome, please stay. Welcome to Marvel Month. And welcome to the channel if you're new. Iron Man tells the story of Tony Stark, a billionaire philanthropist who ends up with shrapnel lodged in his body and has to come up with a way to save his life. And in doing this, he actually invents an Iron Man suit and becomes Iron Man, the flying metal-suited superhero, out to take down bad guys. For the first adventure in the MCU, this film perfectly sets it up. And it is the first of now 31 films in the franchise. But I'm only going to be covering what I've seen of them in this series, in this season of the theme months. And then I'm going to go to older adaptations of a certain superhero that are not part of the MCU. And we'll just see how it goes. I might have to do 2 or 3 of these each day in order to accomplish the big task of covering everything. So, now, what I've given you for that is the most basic of plots, so there's probably not much room for spoilers there anyway. If you like superhero films, you'll like this. Let me know what you thought of Iron Man in the comments below if you've seen it. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And stay tuned for the next episode. I think you know what's coming next. And until then, thanks for watching, and have us a magical time. So, guys, pop quiz for you. What do you get when you take Edward Norton and turn him green and giant and have him smashing things? You get That's right. You get The Incredible Hulk. Also released in 2008. The second film released for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But not many people actually count it as part of it because there's a different actor playing the Hulk. So I'm pretty sure that you won't care about spoilers here, but if you do, click away now. Okay, for those who stayed, I'm gonna carry on. Edward Norton plays Dr. Bruce Banner, a scientist at a university who, after being exposed to gamma radiation, turns into this giant green monster every time he gets angry and just starts smashing things to bits. Based on the Marvel comic book series of the same name, that has actually changed its name more times than I can count over the years. For full details on this, look at the J-Man's Chronologically Confused About the Incredible Hulk videos. No, not my videos. I don't read comic books. He's an American YouTuber. Okay. Now, of course, it's hard to do MCU without counting this, because it is a film technically in the franchise. And it's still it's an okay film. It's not. It's nowhere near one of the best in the franchise. So you can watch it if you want, but I don't recommend it as highly as any of the rest of these films here that you're going to be hearing about. So yeah, that's it for this installment of Marvel Month. We're still on day 1, by the way. This is the second review of the day. Check back this evening for the third review. I think you know what that's going to be. But until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching and have a some magical time. Okay. So, Tony Stark returns. And so does Robert Downey Jr. then, and Gwyneth Paltrow. It's the third film of the MCU we're doing here for Marvel Month now, which can only be the first of its many sequels. Well, okay, that intro kind of gave away what this was a review of. It's Iron Man 2, of course, the 2010 sequel to the 2008 film. So Robert Downey Jr. steps back into the Iron Man costume as Tony Stark, and Gwyneth Paltrow comes back as Pepper Potts, his assistant. But only now there's a new baddie on the horizon and on the loose, and he is after that baddie, and that baddie is something after him as well. So another superhero adventure ensues. I know. I could better describe this film if I actually had a synopsis in front of me. Silly me, I have no such thing in front of me. So, that is my description. What I've just done there. And I should have called a spoiler alert. Silly me again. But how many of you who are MCU fans out there haven't seen this film yet? In my opinion, it is actually, well, the second best of the Iron Man trilogy. But nowhere near the second best of the whole franchise. You may have different opinions. If so, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Until next time, thanks for watching and have a magical time. What do you get when you take the Norse god of thunder and turn him into a superhero? And on top of that, what if you get Chris Hemsworth to play him? Well, this is your answer. Thor. That's what you get. The 2010 superhero fantasy flick starring Chris Hemsworth as the Norse god of thunder now turned superhero, based on the Marvel comic book series of the same name. Now, I'm going to take it that most of you have seen this already, so you won't care about spoilers. But for those who haven't, click away now. You've had your warning. Because Thor is the son of Odin, the king of the Norse gods, on Asgard. And after angering Thor, he is deemed unworthy of Mjolnir, his hammer, and unworthy of his powers, and is sent to Earth where he has to blend in and help human beings basically live as a human while having to face up against the big bad of the movie, who happens to be this giant dark robot knight thing. It's been a while since I've seen the film, so I might not remember everything. And doing this, well, makes him worthy of the hammer again. Of course, though, he does team up with Earth Girl Jane Porter, played by Natalie Portman. I think I might have got Jane's surname wrong. Correct me if I have. And I'm asking to be corrected there. Now, guys, I think Thor is a good film. And yes, it is the fourth theatrical production of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So yeah, you get an awesome as heck tongue twister. Thor is the fourth film in the MCU. Pardon me. Anyway, puns aside, what do you think of this film if you've seen it? Let me know in the comments below, these. And I will see you in the next episode in about 6 hours. Until then, if you liked or if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching and have a silly magical time. What do you get when you take Chris Evans and turn him into a super soldier? This is what you get, of course. Captain America, the First Avenger, the fifth film released for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, chronologically the first on the timeline, starring Chris Evans, not that one, as Steve Rogers, aka Captain America, based on the Marvel comic book series of the same name. Now, what's it about? Well, spoilers for those who haven't seen it yet, you might want to click away. Because this is the story of Steve Rogers, who basically becomes the symbol of the American army during World War II. As he very quickly, as he joins the army and very quickly rises to the rank of captain and is adorned in a suit of the American flag, complete with a shield. And then And he's also injected with the super soldier serum. So they turn him into a super soldier. And along with his friend Bucky Barnes and the whole of the US Army, of which he's a captain, they take down the N-words. No, not those ones, guys. Okay, I'm gonna have to say it here. They take down the Nazis in superb fashion, with the villain here being Red Skull. And and such. And obviously, with Peggy Carter being the woman he becomes smitten with. Now, I'm not going to tell you how the film ends, in case you haven't seen it yet. But my all over the place kind of synopsis of the film might have given it away already. Now, I said it was the first film chronologically. That's because it is. Being set in World War II. Specifically between the years of 1942 to 1945. And if you're a Marvel fan, you owe it to yourself to see this film if you haven't yet. It is one of the best. But it is heavily story based. I should just give you that warning now. So guys, that's it for this review. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. I think you know what film I'm gonna be reviewing next, as we need to close out phase 1 of the MCU. Until then, thanks for watching and have us a magical time. Okay, Marvel fans, it is now time for the event that this phase has been building up to. What am I talking about? Well, what do you get when you take Iron Man, Captain America, the Hulk, and Thor, and team them up with Black Widow, who we've never seen before, and also Hawkeye, also who we've never seen before at this point. Well, this is what you get. The Avengers, known here in the UK as Avengers Assemble, is the 6th installment of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and the first installment of the Avengers series. Now, what's it about? Well, spoilers ahead for those who haven't seen the film yet. If you're fans, then why haven't you? Because, okay, here's the synopsis. The Avengers have teamed up to try and save the first of our Infinity Gauntlet, the first of our Infinity Stones, the Tesseract, from the clutches of evil. And trying to get his hands on it is Thor's mischief god half-brother, Loki. Now, of course, this is, again, based off the Marvel comic book series of the same name. And as I stated in the intro, we're introduced here... Well, actually, at this point, I correct myself. We have met Black Widow at this point. She appeared in an Iron Man film early on. But at this point, we are introduced for the first time to Hawkeye, who we've never met before at this stage. I actually forgot about Black Widow appearing in an earlier film. Anyway, so these guys team up, and they are assembled by Nick Fury, led by Captain America. And need I even say that this great superhero adventure culminates in one of the biggest battles in the entire series, and the big battle thus far for this phase. I don't think I need to correct that or say that any more correctly. So guys, if you didn't want the film spoiled, you should have heeded my warning and gone and checked something else out. But for those who have seen it, what did you think? I think it's one of the most epic films in the whole franchise. But not as epic as ones we'll hopefully get to later on. We will get to later on. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe. Until the next video, thanks for watching, and have us a magical time. Okay guys, now the darkness of the tone of this video may be somewhat appropriate because of the film I'm about to review. For Marvel month, it can only be the next film in the MCU. So let's join them now as we enter you know where. That's right guys, Thor the Dark World, the 8th movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the 2nd film to star Thor in his in a solo outing, but this time he ventures off into the title, the titular Dark World, to face off against his next big bad. I've actually forgotten who it is. I've only seen the film once. I should have rewatched before doing this review. However, it's not going to stop me. Well, actually, I should have called a spoiler review, a spoiler warning at the beginning. The fact that I can't tell you much about the plot is actually a kind of a benefit here. Rather than a detriment. And yes, guys, once again, the reason for the darkness of this video is at the time of the recording, I'm still in a relaxation phase, partly recovering from the bad cold I've been having. But by the time you're seeing this, be it the 5th of the month or later, I should be fully recovered. So, what do I think of Thor: The Dark World? Well, okay, honest opinion time here. It is not the best in the Thor series. In fact, I think it's pretty lackluster. So yeah, there you go. So forget the Dark World subtitle, it's actually Thor: The Lackluster Movie. Or the lackluster sequel. And I know a lot of you will share the same opinion. If you don't, I don't care. Well, I kind of do, because I want to know what you thought if you've seen the film in the comments below. And I hope to see you for the next review in a few hours. As I hopefully I know you know hopefully what that's gonna be. So we'll see you then. And if you enjoyed this review, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. My apologies again for the darkness. I did say it'd be somewhat appropriate given the film I've just reviewed. And please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and until next time, have a magical time. Okay guys, first off, I apologise for the darkness, but at the time I'm recording this, I'm currently bogged down with a bad cold. But I should be better by the time you're seeing this. Regardless of the day, okay. But we're getting back to Stark Enterprises here, and it's the 3rd installment of this particular series of films. Welcome back to Marvel Month, guys. It's now the 7th installment. And we are kicking off Phase 2 with my review of Iron Man 3. Released in 2013 to kick off the second phase of films in this cinematic universe. And spoilers for those who have not managed to watch the film yet in the near 10 years since it's come out. What have you been doing? Anyway, Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, is in for his biggest adventure yet as a solo performer, as he is up against the big bad of this film, the Mandarin. And it is exactly what you would expect from a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. It is full of adventure, full of awesome effects and fights, and it is not short of any of the most important thing in a superhero film, action. Pardon me. It's truly a feast for the eyes, and actually it's my favourite of the three Iron Man films. That's right, I said it. My favourite of the three. It just, it just gave me the biggest and most exciting time of the three solo outings for Iron Man. Robert Downey Jr. was brilliant as always. Pardon me. And it is certainly, pardon me, an epic adventure. So that's it for this installment of Marvel Month. If you've seen Iron Man 3, guys, what's your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching and have us a magical time. Okay, it's sequel time for another Marvel comic book hero here in this review. This time it's Captain America who gets a sequel. But who's the villain? Who's the villain? Wow. Captain America, the Winter Soldier. The 9th installment to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And the second solo outing for Captain America, played by Chris Evans. Now, there's actually someone who I actually neglected to mention from the first review of these, Bucky Barnes. If I did mention him, remind me in the comments below. But he was Steve Rogers' best friend in the original. So, who's the villain? Well, spoiler alert, it's Bucky Barnes. Okay, let me explain. In this film, he has to go against a villain called the Winter Soldier, who turns out to be Bucky Barnes, after being kidnapped by Hydra. No, I'm not joking, kidnapped by Hydra, given the super soldier serum, and manufactured into a weapon who they are using to fight against Captain America. And now, when Captain America, aka Steve Rogers, actually realizes this, oh dear, boy, does shit ever go down. Okay. And I mean that in the best way possible, because more fun superhero fantasy action is what you get from this film. Yeah, guys, sorry about that. But at the time I'm recording this, I still have a bit of a cold. But by the time you're seeing this, be it on, well, the day it comes out, which should be the 5th of this month at 9 p.m, I'm hopefully going to be better by that time. Or later. So now, guys, back to the review at hand. What do I think of Captain America the Winter Soldier? Well, it's a fucking riot, man. You need to watch it. Okay. Definitely more action-packed than the first installment, which was basically just his origin story. So, if you have seen Captain America the Winter Soldier, guys, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. And coming up next for the Marvel Month reviews, well, we're going to be wrapping up Phase 2. But not, yeah. And our first step on Phase 2's road to completion is Guardians of the Galaxy. Look out for it at 9 a.m. on Sunday the 7th of May. Until then, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe, and have a magical time. Okay, so let's do something different with the MCU this time, eh? Let's join some certain Guardians, shall we? That's right, it's Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, the first of the film series within the franchise that dares to do something different from what we've seen before. It is about... Well, first, it was released in 2014, and spoilers now for those who haven't seen it. But it tells the story of a group of, for want of a better word, criminals who are recruited to become the guardians of the whole galaxy, so they become our heroes. Led by Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord, who actually at the beginning of the film we see getting abducted by the aliens who have raised him all his life. Now, throughout the film, we also meet fellow Guardians, Gamora, who's this green-skinned, long dark-haired alien. Rocket Raccoon, who's this wisecracking, talking raccoon. Now, this tall, bald bloke, I can't remember his name. Dear oh dear. And of course, probably one of my favourite characters of the whole Marvel universe right now, the Tree Man himself, Groot. And why is he one of my favourite characters? I am Groot. So these are the characters who are recruited to become our guardians of the galaxy. And their first adventure together, wow, it does not disappoint. It is a superb adventure. And we actually learn throughout the film that Gamora was adopted by Thanos. Adopted by Thanos. The big bad of the whole saga here. Yeah, I forgot to point out at the beginning, didn't I, that the first 20 or so films of the MCU are all one saga. The Infinity Saga. And this, as such, is number 10 of those films. So, wow. So, well, you've heard what I think of Guardians of the Galaxy. Well, maybe not. It's one of my favourites in the whole of the MCU so far. And you can let me know if you wish what you thought of the film in the comments below. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to please like, comment, share and subscribe. Until the next review, thanks for watching and have us a magical time. Okay guys, guess who is back for a sequel? No, it's not Eminem. But it is these guys. That's right, guys. The Avengers are back for their second group outing in Age of Ultron, the first sequel to the Avengers, or Avengers Assemble if you're from the UK. And what this adventure entails, spoilers ahead, what this adventure entails is the Avengers going up against Ultron, the new villain, the villain of this movie created by Tony Stark's computer, Jarvis. And we are also introduced to Mark Ruffalo as the Incredible Hulk here for the first time. No longer played by Edward Norton. But also, during this adventure with the Avengers, we are introduced to the Scarlet Witch for the first time, also known as Wanda Maximoff. And Quicksilver, her brother in this universe, and also known as Pietro Maximoff. So, we were also introduced to the Falcon for the first time. Yeah. So there's a lot going on in this film. A lot of high stakes action. No, not gambling. And just a lot of thrills. So, what do I think of Avengers Age of Ultron? Well, actually, I think it's a bit better than the first film, to be honest. Yeah, so how's that for an opinion? I hope it's a good one. Well, for me it is. What's your opinion of Avengers Age of Ultron? Have you seen it, guys? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. And until the next episode where we look at something else they did different, thanks for watching and have a magical time. YouTubers assemble. Oh, we're going tiny for this one, guys. What do I mean by that? Well, stick around for the following review and you'll find out. Ant-Man, based off the Marvel Comics of the same name. The 12th film made for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Spoilers ahead for the story because I'm about to go into it. Okay, if you stay, this obviously means one of two things. The first would be you've already seen the film. Or the second, you just don't care about it being spoiled. In that case, I'll carry on. Scott Lang, played by Paul Rudd, is released from prison and is told about Pym particles, and therefore dons one of the Pym suits to become the ant-sized superhero Ant-Man. Now, I think he's released from prison on parole, which means he has to follow parole terms. Pardon me. And by donning a Pym suit and going into the quantum realm and becoming the Ant-Man superhero, it's an adventure too large for him to handle in the size of an ant. And it just causes more destruction. And is put under house arrest. Now, for those who are unaware of what house arrest is, it's where the police forbid you to leave your home, and they put a tag on you to make sure you don't go within a certain distance away from your home. And it's like a 3 strikes and you're out thing. Basically, it sets off an alarm if you breach it. Anyway, so he's put under that and then has to stay at home. Now, of course, he returns home to his wife and young daughter, Chrissy, who at this stage is just a young preschool age girl. Now, I've only seen the film once, so my description of it might not be altogether too accurate. I'll admit that now. Feel free to correct me in the comments in the comments below if I do give some incorrect information, or if indeed I have already. But I'm just telling you from what I can remember. So, regardless, it is one of my favourite films in the franchise, and it's another example of Marvel doing something different with a superhero. So, that is it for this review. If you have your own thoughts on the film, let me know in the comments below. But more importantly, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. And until the next review, where I'll be doing something different and stepping outside the MCU.
And we're gonna have a little bit of Raimi in there. Thanks for watching, and have us a magical time.
Okay, for this installment of Marvel Mum, we're looking at Spider-Man. But not the MCU Spider-Man, that's coming later. If we get there. Which we will. But the Raimi Spider-Man trilogy, starring Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst. So let's get started by going back in time to 2002 with this film. Spider-Man from 2002. Directed by Sam Raimi, starring Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, and Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane Watson, Spider-Man's love interest. So, what's it about? Well, there are no spoilers to call warnings on here. I'm sure you've all seen this version. Peter Parker, played by Tobey Maguire, is out on a school field trip when, after a mishap with a spider, a radioactive spider, he gains the ability to wall crawl and shoot webs from his hands, from his feet. So after the murder of his Uncle Ben, he decides to use these new powers to fight crime. Taking on the moniker of Spider-Man and donning his iconic red and blue spider pattern web pattern suit as he goes up against his first adversary, the Green Goblin. Okay. And it is just a thrill ride of a movie. Over 20 years old now, this one. 21 years old this year. And if you've never seen it before, then I should have called a spoiler warning. Go and watch it. It is actually a good film. Directed expertly by Sam Raimi. Yes, guys, that's Sam Raimi. Director of The Evil Dead, and Oz the Great and Powerful, and Drag Me to Hell. All those films are his as well. This was his foray into superhero films. So, yeah, I think maybe his first one. And of course, this one was actually distributed by Sony Pictures. Well, actually, it was made by Sony Pictures, distributed by Columbia Pictures. So, guys, if you have seen this Spider-Man film, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm going to continue reviews of these Spider-Man films next time with Spider-Man 2. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until the next video, thanks for watching, and have us a magical time. Go Web Go! Spider-Man 2. The second film, directed by Sam Raimi and starring Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst, released in 2004, and I don't think I need to call for any spoilers here because we've all seen these films, right? So, Peter Parker is back as is Spider-Man. He's now working for the Daily Bugle, and his boss J. Jonah Jameson wants him to capture Spider-Man on camera. The only problem being, he is Spider-Man. Of course, J. Jonah Jameson doesn't know this, and Dr. Octavius manages to wind up with 8 limbs when he attaches 6 robotic limbs to himself, and gains the moniker of Dr. Octopus, the villain of this film. So Spider-Man goes up against Dr. Octopus. Well, Peter Parker, his civilian form, is tasked with capturing cam footage of him. So what ensues here is another another good adventure with Spider-Man. Not quite fantastic. That's why I quickly, changed what I said. Pardon me. It is one of the better sequels to a film, so I'll give it that for praise. I'll also give the direction of Sam Raimi a praise, and Tobey Maguire's acting again. And of course, if you've seen the Angry Video Game Nerd from 2007, the episode of that, where he reviews a Spider-Man video game, where he actually mentions to Spider-Man, his guest in the episode, it's actually played by Mike Matai, that he delivered pizza in Spider-Man 2. Yeah, he does. He's also a pizza delivery boy, as a civilian. So he's working 2 part-time jobs. Anyway, I do recommend seeing the film if you haven't. So maybe I should have called spoiler warnings. And you might have noticed a difference in the way this is being done. There's no pre-title sequence. What's up with that? Okay. Well, I decided to change things up a bit, because I was starting to run out of little things to say in those pre-title sequences. So, anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And next time we round off the Raimi Spider-Man trilogy with Spider-Man 3. Until then, thanks for watching and have us a magical time. Spider-Man 3 from 2007, the last film of the Raimi Spider-Man trilogy, starring Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, and Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane Watson. It's been a couple of years since the events of Spider-Man 2. Peter now lives in an apartment and is having trouble getting his life together, being Spider-Man and all, and is somewhat gone emo. And the villains he has to go up against here are the New Goblin and Venom, which after it absorbs Spider-Man, it gives him this awesome ass black suit. So yeah, there you go. So when Spider-Man fights in the form of Venom, he's more powerful. But that's with Venom taking over his body. Oh my god! Spider-Man's possessed! Okay. Call in the experts. No. And what we get here, aside from the villains, there's also the Sandman in here as well. What we get, aside from the villains, is a very subpar, a very, a third installment in a trilogy which isn't very good, despite its director and actors. It's not very well written. So the first time I've actually criticised the way it's written. So yes, Spider-Man in this might just as well have been fighting a giant number 3. But that would have been meta. That would have been meta comedy. You know what I mean. If you don't, then what the hell are you talking about, Barrett? Well, there's not much else to say. So my opinion of this film is not very good. And I know that's the opinion of every one of you out there who's seen this film. So guys, next time we're going to be looking at the first of the other non-MCU Spider-Man films, The Amazing Spider-Man, starring Andrew Garfield. Until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a magical... and have a damn magical time! Hello, my marvelous fans, and welcome back to Marvel Month, where we now get into the Amazing Spider-Man era of films. And there were 2 films in this series, in 2012 and 2014 respectively. So let's jump back to 2012, which was only 11 years ago. And let's review The Amazing Spider-Man, which was one of that year's... Well, I wouldn't say one of that year's hottest releases, because it wasn't. Let's face it. Did I just review the film before giving you the synopsis? Anyway, this film stars Andrew Garfield in the lead role of Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man. And it basically just retells his origin. So, getting bitten by a radioactive spider on a field trip, gaining the abilities of a spider, yada yada yada. Going up this time against a villain that we'd never seen him go up against before, the Lizard. Yeah, there you go. And, well, there's only so much you can say if it's a new origin story, and the first time we see a villain other than the ones we've already seen. So, I don't think I need to call a spoiler warning here if I'm not giving much information about the plot away, so... Because there's not much information to give. So... But it's still a good film, but not one of the best. Pardon me? So guys, that for now is the end of this review. And we finish our Amazing Era reviews with the Amazing Spider-Man 2 next time. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching, and have a magical time. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 from 2014 is the sequel to The Amazing Spider-Man, obviously. It brings back Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, and this time puts him up against, I can't remember, but I think it's a new version of the Green Goblin again. Or maybe the Vulture, but no, it's not that, no, scratch that. So yeah, the ones where James can't remember. This one was from 9 years ago, but it shows really, because I can't really tell you much anyway for spoilers, but also from memory, because, well, let's face it, these films aren't really that memorable. But the main reason why is because I haven't seen it in a long time. I mean, just like the last one. Pardon me. So yes, these reviews are going to be more like, for these two films, I haven't seen them in such a long time, videos. So I might as well have not included them in here at all, but yeah, you know. And I do remember enjoying this film when I first saw it. So that's my review portion. And don't worry, guys. This will be the last of the ones that I can't remember anything about. Because in the next episode, we're returning to the MCU. And to get a start on Phase 3. And the first film in that phase is, of course, Captain America Civil War. Haha. So that's next time. But until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I don't expect any of you to have enjoyed it, really. Thanks for watching, and have a magical time. Oh, okay, guys, let's return back to the MCU, shall we? For Phase 3, starting off this phase is Captain America Civil War. Spoilers ahead, if you've never seen the film before, here's a brief synopsis for you. So, spoilers. The Avengers, led by Captain America, has been protecting New York from dangerous threats at this point for 4 years, and after a mishap in Sokovia, the Sokovia Accords are passed, which are basically laws forbidding superheroes from operating. Now, one side is for the Sokovia Accords, and the other side is against. Now, Captain America's side of the war, yeah, because it sparks a civil war, Captain America's side is against the Sokovia Accords, while Iron Man's side is for the Sokovia Accords. And those who are against it are imprisoned. And this film actually, as well as pitting Iron Man against Captain America, Avenger against Avenger, we are also, in this film, introduced to this universe's version of Spider-Man, played by Tom Holland, and the Black Panther, played by the late Chadwick Boseman, in his first appearance in the MCU. And as usual, this is one epic superhero adventure. And I couldn't stress this more than enough for the MCU films. The ones that actually are the epic adventures. So, and this is no exception to those ones. For the 13th film overall in the Marvel Cinematic Universe franchise, it is a brilliant film. And I recommend you watch it if you haven't yet. Or maybe a rewatch is in order if you have. So, next time, guys, we get a little bit of magic in there with Doctor Strange. But until then, what are your opinions of Captain America Civil War if you've seen it? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have us a magical time. Hey guys, and welcome back to Marvel Month, the month I've chosen to dedicate to reviewing mainly films in the MCU. There's only 5 films outside of it I've reviewed, but you're about to find out why that is. Not yet. Because the review of the day, or the first review of the day, is Doctor Strange. The 14th movie in the franchise, and the first one to be about, well, spoilers, Dr. Stephen Strange is a neurosurgeon who, after being involved in a near-fatal car crash, or at least a very serious car crash, suffers damage to his brain and can no longer operate on other people's brains. So goes off to learn how to do magic. Now, not in the same way Harry Potter does, but certain type of magic. He goes off to learn this all from other magic users within the MCU, and basically becomes a master at it. Basically, the ability to open magical portals and create spells. So yes, he goes off to learn how to become a wizard, basically. What if he went to Hogwarts? What would the Sorting Hat do? Strange Stephen. What house would he be sorted into? I'm gonna go and say Gryffindor. Anyway, enough about that now, though. Because that's not what we're here to do. But without wanting to spoil the ending for you guys, because there is a big bad in the movie that Stephen Strange has to go off and face. But I'm not going to tell you how that last battle plays out. So guys, that's my synopsis of Doctor Strange for you. If I've missed a piece of information out that you think is important, let me know in the comments below. I think it's one of the best films in the franchise, given that yes, it's based off the comic book series of the same name, but it's another example of a unique superhero within the MCU, because there are no other wizard superheroes in the MCU. So with that knowledge, and that's my opinion, I'd like to know your opinions in the comments below. For the next review, guys, I'm going to reveal to you why I decided to go back outside the MCU to review not only the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, but also the Andrew Garfield ones. It's because the next... well, it's not the next film I'm going to be reviewing. The next film I'm going to be reviewing is Guardians of the Galaxy 2. But the next film after that you'll know what it's going to be. So until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching and have us a magical time. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Marvel Month, the 20th in this series of reviews actually, the 76th in the whole run of the months. And continuing on with the MCU, now with film number 15 that the studio put out for the MCU. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, the first sequel for Guardians of the Galaxy. Spoilers, guys, if you haven't seen it yet. Okay, you were warned. Because the Guardians of the Galaxy are back, and this time Peter Quill wants to know where he really came from. So they go to the planet... So they go to a planet which they don't think is inhabited. They meet Peter's father, a god named Ego, so Peter's half alien. And then, over the course of the adventure with these guys this time, we learn, spoilers, that Ego is the planet. So Peter is the son of a planet. Okay, like literally the son of a planet. Now, James Gunn returns to direct. I forgot to mention he directed the first film as well. And all of all the actors return to reprise their roles, with another excellent performance from Chris Pratt as Star-Lord, who I also forgot to mention played said character in the first film. Okay. That's right. So it is another superheroic adventure and one man's quest to find out who he is and where he came from. Now, it's a brilliant sequel to another brilliant film that I've already talked about on the show. And well, guys, next time we get into the actual reason why I went back and reviewed the 5 earlier Spider-Man films that weren't part of the MCU. It's because next time we'll be getting into the MCU Spider-Man films with Spider-Man Homecoming. Look out for that one. In about a few hours from now. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, thanks for watching, and have a magical time. Spider-Man Homecoming is the review here on Marvel Month for this time of the night. And it is the first installment of the MCU Spider-Man films. It stars Tom Holland as Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man. And shock horror and spoilers ahead, instead of giving us a new origin for how he got his powers, it throws us right into the action. So we're already seeing him as Spider-Man. He's been doing it for a while. And his first enemy, at least in this series of films, is the Vulture, which is one we've never actually seen on screen before this one in any films. And we also see him getting his suit upgraded, taken away and upgraded again. Well, actually, not in this film. Oh, jeez, this 2 films away or whatever. Maybe it's, I'm not losing my memory of it. Okay. Yes, I have seen the film. And before I give away the ending, because I don't want to do that, my opinion is it is one of the best Spider-Man films ever made. You can disagree all you want, but here is my opinion that counts. My show. But if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Next up is Thor Ragnarok. But until then, thanks for watching. And have us a magical time. Welcome back to Marvel Month, the third in the themed months review show. And welcome back to the MCU for Thor Ragnarok, the third installment of the Thor series. The 17th film in the MCU overall, and the 5th of Phase 3. I'm sorry this review's a little later than normal, but here it is now. So what is it about? Well, spoilers if you haven't seen the film yet, you need to get on it. But basically, Ragnarok, the epic end of Asgard, is approaching. And this is where we also learn about Thor and Loki's sister, Hela, for the first time. And she's the villain of the story here. Just want to put that out there. The daughter of Odin is the villain here. And what ensues is an epic battle. Pardon me, and sadly, spoilers ahead. Again, this is the last we see of Odin, as he dies in this film. Wow. And for the time, this was putting Thor, played by Chris Hemsworth, up against his most powerful adversary yet. Okay, I don't want to go into too much detail in case there are some of you out there who are fans of the MCU but haven't got this far in yet. Maybe you're new to the franchise. So, my opinion is it is actually one of the best films in just the Thor series alone, as well as the whole cinematic universe that is the Marvel one. Now, if you'd like to share your opinions, then do so in the comments below. But that's it for this episode. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Next time, we'll be talking about Black Panther from 2018. I forgot this film came out in 2017, so yeah, I forgot to mention that. Oh man, 2018, so Black Panther next. Until then, thanks for watching, and have us a magical time. Okay, guys, in this installment of Marvel Month, we're going to be talking about what was at the time another unique brand of superhero by Marvel, because it was the first man of color superhero. I'm talking, of course, about Black Panther, starring Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa. Now, what is Black Panther? Well, based on the comic book series of the same name by Marvel, by Marvel Comics, that is, the Black Panther tells the story of, spoilers, of T'Challa, played by Chadwick Boseman, as he becomes the rightful ruler of the more technologically advanced African nation of Wakanda. And basically, every ruler of that country is also obliged to take on the mantle of the Black Panther protector, the protector of their whole nation, and don the famous Black Panther suit to go out and basically be the superhero of their nation. Now, at this point, I should point out that we should refer to Boseman as the late and great Chadwick Boseman. This was the Black Panther's first solo film. You know, as well as being the 18th film in the franchise overall. And it is, by far, one of the best. I know I said that about a lot of these films, but I mean this. I mean it for this one. And guys, if you have different opinions, I'd like to know what they are in the comments below. But remember, keep the comments respectful. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. We return to the Avengers next time for Infinity War. Part 1 of that big, massive 2-part story. So until then, thanks for watching and have some magical time. Marvel Month is in full swing still. This time, we're going to the Infinity War with the Avengers. This is the 19th film in the MCU and the 19th film of the Infinity Saga. And it's part one of the epic battle, spoilers, against the Avengers and the big bad of this saga, Thanos. But it's not just the Avengers that get involved in this war. Oh, no, 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 no. Every other character besides them is also involved. So here we see again Spider-Man, and, well, all the Avengers, obviously, and the Black Panther, and believe me, this is turning out, this is going to be one, and the Guardians of the Galaxy, they join in. And it is part one of one truly epic battle. And really, without wanting to spoil too much, I'll say give it a go. You actually might like this. I know I think it's one of my favourite films in the whole franchise. I said that again. And definitely one of my two favourite Avengers films. So, if you've seen the film and you have different opinions than me, or maybe the same ones, let me know in the comments below. And I will see you next time, as the review will be for Ant-Man and the Wasp. So, guys, until then, thanks for watching, and have a some magical time. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now, where do I know that from? Oh, yes, the MCU, and it is movie number 20 of the overall universe. The second film of the Ant-Man series, this one, spoiler alert, sees him teaming up with another tiny superhero called the Wasp, who wears a yellow Pym particle suit, as they go into the quantum realm. once again for another tiny big adventure. No, that's an oxymoron I just did there. But it is a big adventure for tiny little superheroes. And this episode is set before the snap. Or the blip. This film is set before the event known as the blip. The event that saw half the world being wiped out. It's actually quite difficult to describe these films without spoiling too much of them for you, so I'll stop talking there and let you know what my opinion is. Actually, I thought it was better than the first film. You don't have to agree with me if you don't want to, but then my opinions count for my show. For the next review, guys, I'll be reviewing Captain Marvel. But James, isn't that DC? Not that Captain Marvel. You'll see which Captain Marvel it is next time. But until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching and have a magical time. Right then, guys, it's time for another Marvel watch. And this is Captain Marvel. Not that one, but Captain Marvel based off the Marvel comic book series of the same name. Starring Brie Larson as Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the film before. This is film number 21 in the Infinity Saga and of the whole franchise. And Carol Danvers lands on Earth in 1995, where she is thrust into battle with the Kree, or the Kree, the alien race who are also the villains of the film. And in this film, we also meet a younger Nick Fury with both his eyes. The film actually explains how he ended up with just one eye, one seeing eye. And actually, when you come to think of it, the whole Kree War, it's just another conflict within the MCU that just happens to coincide with what's going on. Now, of course, this being set in 1995 means it is chronologically the second film in the franchise. Chronologically the second. And now I'm not about to explain the chronological timeline of these films because it's a bit complicated. Pardon me. Because with the whole universe, you need to factor in everything. Anyway, this is just the films right here and right now. And at this stage, we are actually 2 films away from the end of the Infinity Saga. Or from the main storyline of the saga, 1 film away. But 2 away if you count the film that serves as the saga's epilogue. What might that be, you might be wondering? Well, we'll get there, don't worry. We'll get there. But not now. So what do I think of this film? Well, I think it's marvellous. See what I did there? Anyway, I do think it's a marvellous film. No pun intended when I said it that time. And it's worth a watch if only you watch it once. It doesn't matter. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this film, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. The next review will be for Avengers Endgame. So look out for that. Until then, though, thanks for watching and have a magical time. Are you ready for some complication in the MCU? Because time travel's at play here in this film. This is Avengers Endgame. That's right. Now, spoilers ahead. It's the epic final battle between good and evil for the Infinity Saga. The war for the Infinity Stones continues in this film. And in order to make sure that Thanos can't get his hands on them, the Avengers, including Ant-Man, are going to travel through time to try and rescue the stones before they can be found and stolen. So they split up into 3 sub-teams and each take a different time period. To go after the stones. And that means most of them are travelling back to the events of previous films in the franchise. So, Captain America and his team go back to the Avengers. Yes, you heard me. They go back to the events of the Avengers, so 2012, New York. To the event of the final battle in that film. In an attempt to retrieve the Tesseract. Basically prevent it from being stolen by Loki. And from there, in each time period, hijinks in order to get the stones ensue. And of course we do lose some of our friends along the way. And in this film, Bruce Banner has become one with his alter ego as the Hulk, and actually combined into one being, Professor Hulk. And he's actually the one to tell them about time travel. Yeah, gosh, this is so complicated, isn't it? Anything with the time travel plot is bound to complicate things a bit. But the final battle is really what we're here for, and it does not disappoint. And I think I'm gonna shut up before I spoil the ending. So, guys, it is the best of the Avengers films, and I mean that. You're not gonna be avenging my opinion. The next film I'm going to be reviewing will be the one that closes out the entire Infinity Saga. Well, that's this film right here, but there's one more. Yes, there's one more. That's right. It's Black Widow. No, it's not. Yeah, I'm sorry to disappoint you there, but you're gonna have to wait another couple of episodes to hear my thoughts on that film. Okay. Uh, I'm an asshole. Okay. That's right. It's WandaVision. No, it's not that either. Okay, I'm gonna stop trying to trick you. I think you know what it is without me saying it. If you don't, then we're going Far From Home with Spider-Man. But until then, guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And have some magical time. Okay, guys, welcome back to Marvel Month. And we're now into the second of the 3 MCU Spider-Man films. We're going Far From Home for this one. So, Far From Home. What's it about? Well, spoilers. It's actually set after the blip. After everyone who died during the snap, after they were brought back. And while the film itself was released in 2019, it takes place 1 year after that event. So it's set in 2024. And things are basically going back to normal. Peter and his class set out for Venice. So where they literally are, far from home. And they're the seniors in the school now as well. So this is their senior class trip. But only for it to fall apart when another villain hits the scene for Peter to go up against. So the adventure unfolds there. It is, without wanting to spoil it too much for you, for those who haven't seen it yet, it's the epic middle chapter to a trilogy of well-made films. And it's exactly what you want to see in a superhero adventure. So now, guys, I ask you, so my opinion is, as I've already said, the epic middle chapter, the great epic middle chapter to a great trilogy of films. And it serves as an excellent epilogue to the Infinity Saga. So now, guys, what's your opinion of No Way Home? Sorry, I mean, Far From Home. Let me know down in the comments below. That's if you've seen it. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we get into Phase 4 next time with WandaVision, the only TV show I've seen since the MCU started doing TV shows set within that universe. So until then, thanks for watching and have a magical time. Yes, guys, I know I'm breaking the films only rule here, but I didn't feel right in not including WandaVision in the lineup of episodes for this month, as it's the only MCU show that I've seen all the way through, so I might as well give you my 2 cents on it. So, yeah, there you go. So, WandaVision. I don't think I need to class any spoiler warnings here because I'm just giving you an overview. WandaVision is a send-up of classic sitcoms of yesteryear, for the most part. It's 9 episodes long, and each episode is a send-up of a classic sitcom. Even going as far as to recreate that sitcom's opening theme song. It starts off with the classics, but then throughout the 9 episodes it gets into the more modern sitcoms. It starts off as a parody of I Love Lucy, you know, the sitcom starring Lucille Ball, and the one with the classic misquoted phrase, "Lucy, you got some splaining to do." Okay. And then after that, it stars Wanda and Vision as the main characters as they settle down in a neighborhood actually created to trap people by Wanda herself. And over the course of the show, we see send-ups of like such sitcoms as Bewitched, and Modern Family. So if you like your old classic sitcoms, you will not be disappointed by this, because it sends them up really well. And one of the neighbours, Agatha, shock horror, turns out to be a witch. It was Agatha all along. Okay. Anyway, I think I've actually told you enough about the show. So go and watch it for yourselves if you're curious. I highly recommend it. It's a brilliant show. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. In the next episode, we get into the films of Phase 4 with Black Widow. Until then, thanks for watching and have us a magical time. Oh, oh, okay. Black Widow, the first film of Phase 4 of the MCU. And also, film number 24 in the canon. So, what's it about? Well, for those who haven't seen it yet, a spoiler warning for a brief synopsis is issued. Scarlett Johansson returns as Natasha Romanoff, aka the Black Widow, in her only solo outing to date, as we get to see what a solo adventure featuring the Black Widow of MCU fame, based on the comics of the same name, would get up to. Then there's this set in 2016, because it was actually meant to come out during Phase 3, but kept getting pushed back. So this is a Phase 3 leftover that got pushed back to Phase 4. Okay, this is why it's being reviewed here instead of where it otherwise would have been. So, and here we actually get to learn the backstory of how Natasha became a Black Widow assassin, then turned superhero. Okay. And the family she's with? Are the A word. Okay. Now, I've only seen the film once, so my memory of the synopsis may be a bit hazy. So I just want to be warning you about that now. Also, guys, it's actually not one of the best films in the franchise to feature an MCU superhero going on their own solo adventure. And largely because it feels out of place in this phase. So, if you have different opinions, let me know in the comments below. The next review will be for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. So guys, that is it for this review. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching and have a magical time. Well, this has been a mammoth of a month, hasn't it? Marvel Month continues now into the next film in Phase 4, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. That's right. So, spoilers if you haven't seen the film yet, but Shang-Chi is actually the next film to give us a Marvel comic book character, a Marvel comic book hero, from a different part of the world. This time he's from the East, he's from China, he's Shang-Chi. And he has to well, the Ten Rings is actually like a criminal group that he actually has to fight off, and the actual 10 physical rings are 10 magical rings that he's next in line to protect from these criminals. So the criminals are not actually called the 10 rings. The legendary 10 rings themselves are just 10 mystical rings. And it's actually a bit hard to describe the plot accurately when I've only seen the film once. So, and that was a long time ago. So I should have rewatched before doing this review. Long before. But all you need to know is basically he takes on the job from his father to look after 10 mystical rings, which a gang of criminals is after. That's all you need to know, basically. As a matter of fact, I think I would have done better reading you the blurb from the Blu-ray case. So, before I... Yeah, hold on. I don't really want this episode to take too long. But if you can't remember what the plot of a film is, it's best to just look it up. Right. Here it is. Yeah, Shang-Chi, the master of weaponry-based kung fu, is forced to confront his past after being drawn into the Ten Rings organization. So I got it wrong both times I actually I tried to describe the plot. The Ten Rings is an organization in the film. So, and of course it is based off a comic book by Marvel Comics. So the Ten Rings is the organisation he's getting roped into. Sorry it's taken longer. So I'll just give this 10 rings out of 10. You get it? And if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. For the next review, it will be for Eternals. Until then, thanks for watching and have a some magical time. Well, well, well. The marvelous gift that keeps on giving. The Marvel Month. Review Number 32. That's this one you're watching right now. Eternals! Okay, for those of you who haven't seen the film yet, go and watch it because... spoilers, I guess. Even though I try to keep these spoiler free. But basically, the basic plot of this film is a group of 7 beings known as Eternals, who have been on the Earth for 7,000 years, have been sent to Earth to protect the people of the planet, i.e. us, from a gang of alien creatures known as deviants, who basically live at the core of the Earth or whatever and come to try to kill humans, i.e. us. And what we get with these characters is one great immortal adventure. The film is released in 2021. And I'm not going to spoil the ending for you. That you will have to see for yourselves by watching the film. So guys, that's it for this review. Oh wait, what do I think of the film? I said the adventure was great, and I think the actual film itself is great as well, so yeah. So the rating there would be 8 Ajax out of 10. Now the next review, guys, will be for Spider-Man No Way Home, for realsies this time. And not mistakenly calling the previous film it. So, until then though, if you like, or if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. That's right. Thanks for watching, and have an eternal, some magical time. Well, 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 how's this for an explosive end to the Marvel Cinematic Universe Spider-Man trilogy? Well, it's Spider-Man No Way Home, and why did I say it's an explosive end? Well, for those who haven't seen the film yet, go and watch it. You don't know what you're missing out on. And for those who have, here's a brief rundown of the film for you. Peter Parker and his friends, Mary Jane and Ned, are going off to college soon, and not wanting them to forget him, he goes to he goes to Doctor Strange to ask him to create a spell that will make them not forget him. Only he messes the spell up, and it opens up portals to the worlds of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. And thanks to that, the villains from their films have now poured through, and so we get a reunion of the Spider-Men. This is the ultimate Spider-Man crossover movie. If you're actually fans of the old Sam Raimi films, starring Tobey Maguire, then you'll have him back. And if you're a fan of the films of Andrew Garfield, you'll have him back. Now, I have reviewed every other Spider-Man film as part of this series, and if you're interested in my thoughts on those, go and check those episodes out. But the fact that I'm possibly gushing over this one, my obvious opinion here would be it's my absolute favourite of all the Spider-Man films I've seen. It is truly epic, and the fact that it is our Spider-Man, Tom Holland, fighting alongside Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man fighting their villains. Yes, yes, we get the return of the Lizard, Dr. Octopus, the Green Goblin. We get the return of all of these villains. And boy, does Peter cause a mess when he messes with the spell. Yeah, I'm not going to actually tell you how the film ends, because for those who haven't seen it yet, it will spoil it. So guys, that's my opinion of Spider-Man No Way Home. Do you have a different one? Let me know in the comments below if you've seen the film. The next review will be for funnily enough, Thor Love and Thunder. And also no, hold on a second. I might have given you the wrong information by accident. I'm just realising that now. Hang on a sec. No, it is Thor Love and Thunder. Next. Hold on a sec. No, it's not. It will be now. So yeah, it will be for Thor Love and Thunder. But I'm actually coming to the end of the MCU films that I can review on the show. Because I'm coming to the end of the ones I've actually seen to review for you guys. So, that's next time. Until then, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And have us a magical time. Welcome back to Marvel Month, guys. Now we're on the final leg of the MCU films I can review, because we're now up to the last two of those I can review, and then we'll be going into the old X-Men films that were put out by Fox, which is now owned by Disney. So it is Marvel, but outside the MCU. So, the penultimate MCU film up for review is Thor: Love and Thunder, the fourth installment of the Thor series. I know, so many Thors and fours. Anyway, Chris Hemsworth returns as the Norse god of thunder, thundering his way through this movie, and spoilers for those who haven't seen it yet, what are you doing? But he's taking the quiet life after rescuing and adopting a young girl into his home, a friend's daughter actually. He starts to show his fatherly side, and he actually shows how much he cares for his young daughter. This doesn't mean he's out of the fighting game for good, because with his daughter alongside him, he still has to fight the bad guys. So yeah. So, without actually wanting to give too much away, that's my brief synopsis. And this may be the final film Thor appears in on his own. Maybe. We've had no announcement yet of a fifth film, but that doesn't mean it won't happen. Doesn't mean it will necessarily either. So, what do I think of it? As calm and gentle as it makes you feel, and warm as it makes you feel watching this, it is actually a good film. Not the best in the Thor series, I'll grant you. Though it might be in some of your opinions, I don't know. But you've heard my opinion. Anyway, guys, that's it. Yeah, that's it for this review. Next time, I'll be reviewing Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. That will be the final MCU movie review. Mainly because I've not yet seen the film that comes after it. Well, the film that was released after it, should I say. So, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. And have us a magical time. Thanks, guys. Wow, we're now on to the 35th review of Marvel Month. And this is for the MCU film that actually properly serves as the introduction to the saga that's going to be going on for the next 3 phases, or 2 and a bit phases. The Multiverse Saga. This is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Now, by the title alone, you should already know what the film's about, but spoilers for those who haven't seen it yet. Doctor Strange hops across the multiverse of madness. So he hops across the multiverse into multiple different versions of the Marvel Universe where madness ensues, and he does this because of the Scarlet Witch. And it's because of this also we get to see alternate versions of our favourite heroes. So we have alternate versions of Captain America, which is Captain Britain. And so there's an example. And we have a female Thor. No, I'm not kidding. Although by this point in the franchise we've already had a female Thor. Ish. But anyway. And we also are reintroduced to Dr. X, still played by Patrick Stewart, and Mr. Fantastic, as he was played in the old Fantastic Four films. Yeah, it's actually too crazy to describe. I mean, I've never seen those old Fantastic Four films, and nor will I. So, what do I think of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? It's one of the best films. Again. One of the best films in the franchise, for realsies this time. You may have different opinions, and if you'd like to share them with me, do so in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, guys, please like, comment, share and subscribe. The next review will be for X-Men 2000. because this was the last of the MCU reviews I could do for this show, as it's currently the last one of those films that I've actually seen. So until then, guys, have us a magical time, and thanks for watching. Okay, it's now time for review number 36 of Marvel Month, and we are now outside the MCU once again, this time for the old X-Men films. Now, just a disclaimer here, I can only review the films I've seen from those, so that excludes the only one at this point I haven't seen. So let's go back to 2000, where the whole saga started with X-Men. Starring Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman, and a whole bunch of others. This is the film that introduced us to the live-action world of the X-Men for the first time, and it introduces us to the staff and pupils at Xavier's School for the Gifted, or for gifted youngsters, actually. And the gifted youngsters in this case are mutants. People with mutant abilities, such as Wolverine, who has an adamantium skeleton and can grow claws out of his hands. Storm, who can control the weather. And that's just a couple of the mutants and their abilities. And this is the first live-action big screen adventure we saw them going on. And I don't think I need to call a spoiler warning, because I'm sure lots of you who are fans, actually all of you who are fans, have seen this film. Even if it hasn't been for 23 years, because that's how long it's been since it came out. X-23, anyone? No, I'm only joking. But anyway, it is a brilliant film, and a brilliant way to start off a saga that would span more than 10 films. So, guys, that's my opinion of X-Men from 2000. What are your opinions of the film if you've seen it? Let me know in the comments down below. The next review will be for X-Men 2, but you will have to wait a couple of days to see that, along with 2 more. So until then, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe, and have us a magical time. Hi there, and welcome back to Marvel Month. Yeah, that's right. The month of May has been dedicated to reviewing Marvel films, both mainly the MCU, but also some film series outside that. We're now outside the MCU with the Fox X-Men films. And this is X-Men 2, or X2, for those of you stateside. The second film in this long-running series of superhero films, released in 2002, or 2003, one of those years. Let me know which one in the comments below, because I actually can't remember. Sees the likes of Patrick Stewart and sorry, that was a mistake. Hugh Jackman returning. I nearly said Hugh Hackman. Oh dear. In the roles of in the role of Patrick Stewart. What's wrong with me today? Charles Xavier and Wolverine. And this film sees the X-Men going on a rescue mission, a big adventure. The big bad of this film, who I can't remember because it's been ages since I've seen. Again, another film I should have rewatched before giving this review. And also, they're going out in hopes of getting some recognition for their saving the world. Just because they're mutants, they're actually looked down upon. Okay, now, I'm gonna stop with the synopsis right there and just give you my opinion. As the first sequel in this series of films, I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Not amazing, just pretty good. And if you have different opinions, then let me know in the comments below. Because that's it for this review. The next one will be for X-Men The Last Stand. But that won't be till this afternoon, so keep your eyes looking out for it. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Have us a magical time. Thanks, guys. Welcome, guys, to review number 38, and the penultimate review for Marvel Month. Yes, I thought this should be the last day of Marvel Month reviews. because it's already now going to be growing to 13 times. Well, no, not really. It's 13 times 13, but yeah, 13 times 3 even. 13 times 13 is 169. What am I talking about? Anyway, so X-Men The Last Stand. Released in 2006. The third film of the original X-Men series put out by 20th Century Fox. Before the MCU was a thing. So... and this film is about the X-Men entering into a war-type situation with Magneto, who is the villain, or one of the villains in the film, alongside another big bad who I cannot remember the name of. I think it's Beast or whatever. But all you need to know here is there's an epic battle that ensues in this film, and well, I would call spoilers for what at this point is a 17-year-old film, or almost 17-year-old film. But I don't want to oversell it, so see it for yourself if you haven't yet, but it's actually, in my opinion, better than any of the first two films when they were just a trilogy of film. When they were just a trilogy. If you disagree and have different opinions, which I have no doubt that a lot of you probably will have, let me know in the comments below, because that's it for this review. This evening, I'll ask you to look out once again for the final review of Marvel Month, and we're going to be telling an origin tale for the final one. An origin tale for a specific X-Man. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Until next time, thanks for watching and have a magical time. Ooh, okay guys, it's time to end Marvel Month with an X-shaped bang. But this time, for review number 39 of Marvel Month, the finale of this theme for the months. It's time to tell you the origins of Wolverine. That's right, X-Men Origins Wolverine. The 2009 superhero film released by 20th Century Fox. Now, I'm sure most of you will have seen this film by now. But for those who haven't, an official spoiler warning is what you need now. Because this film tells you the origins of Wolverine, or Logan, or as his real name in universe is James Hallett. Okay, so yeah, and shows you the origin of him discovering his mutant ability to grow claws from his hands. It shows you him getting his adamantium skeleton for the first time and becoming everybody's favourite mutant, Wolverine. So Hugh Jackman plays him normal, but we do first see him as a young boy at the beginning of the film. But now guys, this is where I have to get honest in my review state here to say my opinion. It is actually not that good for an origin tale for one of the characters. I've seen better origin tales outside of this franchise, and this one does not cut it. So, that's my opinion, and I'm sure a lot of you actually this time are going to agree with that statement of opinion. But that is it for these reviews. That's it for Marvel month. Next month, June, what am I going to be theming the reviews on? Well, how about I theme next month around a slap in the face? No, not really. Unless you want me to. No. In all seriousness, let us theme next month around children's media. So Kids Month will be the theme for June. As for what the first review of that month's gonna of that particular theme month is gonna be, you'll have to wait until June to find out, because I'm not going to reveal it here. So, if you enjoyed this video and this whole third series of reviews, please like, comment, share and subscribe. I'll see you on the 2nd of June to start Kids Month. Until then, thanks for watching and have us a magical time.